There's been a bunch of new leaks about the new Deepseek R2 that is coming out. You can see the details right here. This is a big shift away from the US supply chain if it is confirmed as true. So you can see all the information right here, where it came from, etc. And the unit costs and the actual cost of Deepseek R2 in these leaks, according to them, is going to be 97% cheaper. So if we break this down, really good tweet by Bindu. Basically, the rumors are the number one R2 is a 1.2 trillion parameter model, double the size of R1. The cost will be a fraction of GPT-4o, and it's trained on 5.2 PB of data. And the other craziest thing is that they have overcome not having access to NVIDIA chips, which means that it's not reliant on, for example, like the US to actually launch this. So here's the full details. I'm going to break it all down for you. This was last updated April the 28th. And basically, recently, as you can see in this image right here, a wave of online leaks and rumor posts claim that Deepseek is going to unveil its R2 new language model. So let's cover what the leaks actually claim, the evidence and expert opinions question, the legitimacy of it, a timeline of the events, and insight into what we can realistically expect from Deepseek in the future. So here's the full details of the leak. So 1.2 trillion parameters with a hybrid mixture of experts model, 3.0 architecture, and also up to 97.3% cheaper than GPT-4 Turbo. So that's $0.07 per million input tokens compared to GPT-4 Turbo, which is 0.27 per million output tokens. It's based on 5.2 petabytes of training data with 89.7% on the C-Eval 2.0 suite. The interesting thing here as well is the hardware used. So it's trained on Huawei's Ascend 910B accelerators, which bypass NVIDIA. And it also has an 83% size reduction. Now, if you're wondering what that means in English, basically it could make full-scale enterprise LLM deployment 10 to 100 times cheaper than existing models. It's also positioning China as an AI sovereign, independent of US chip supply chains or NVIDIA, and it sets a new bar for reasoning and multimodal applications. A couple of the sources used here, so Tech Power Up, they've covered the full leaks, and also Monica.im. However, this is what the YouTube videos won't tell you. So there's a lot of evidence pointing to these leaks as fake news. For example, what people are saying on Reddit, on Twitter, etc., is highly likely to be fabricated. And the reasons for this are, number one, there's a lack of credible sourcing, right? These leaks originate from Chinese and finance stock trading forums, not like verified insiders or proven technical sources. The other thing here is that some people are saying this conspiracy theory of stock market manipulation suspicion, and several posts explicitly reference or promote concept stocks, raising red flags about the intent, right? So you got to be careful about that too. And the other thing here as well is the timeline doesn't really add up. So there's insufficient time for a 1.2 trillion mixed architecture. The training data for Deepseek R2 claims 5.2 PB, which is way higher than most leading labs. That's unfeasible too. And the benchmark claims, right? The cited numbers for the benchmark claims way exceed like state-of-the-art models, which is quite interesting as well. And the other thing to note here is that DeepSeek's own public accounts have denied R2's launches, labeling this stuff as fake news. So you got to be careful who you follow and what you believe, etc. There's also a few big names in the industry who have expressed strong skepticism and outright disbelief. So this is a leak translated into English from Chinese. You can see the information right here. And if you're wondering, okay, what's the timeline of the leaks and responses? So this basically came out around about 25th of April, and the leak appeared on Chinese finance forums and then was translated. Loads of AI news channels and YouTubers started covering the leak. And there was an earlier wave of DeepSeek denying the R2 release date rumors. So just something to be aware of here is like, there's no public release yet. There's no official technical paper. There's no benchmarking from Deepseek or standard LLM evaluations as of right now. So just something to be aware of. It's like, you're going to see a lot of news about these Deepseek R2 leaks, what they mean, etc. But so far, nothing has been confirmed. What I will say is that Deepseek R2 is 100% coming. They've already released an awesome model with Deepseek R1. They're doing a lot of like hybrid models as well as open reasoning models. They probably will shift from NVIDIA to Huawei or other Chinese suppliers for the chips, s- especially because of the current situation in the world right now. If you actually want to get like the live details, etc., you can just go to Hugging Face. So you can actually go to their official Hugging Face profile, which you can see at Deepseek AI over here. And then also you can go into GitHub and you can see the latest releases right here. For example, the latest releases so far have been Deepseek R1 and V3. So overall, what does this mean? I would say the Deepseek R2 leaks are fascinating and very well crafted, but it's a bit of a viral rumor campaign right now. No one else is saying this on YouTube, but I just wanted to come out and tell you transparently. Probably fueled by a lot of people saying this is fueled by like speculative stock market activity and a dash of like copium about AI progress. But it's a reminder of the hype and the hope and the competition in global AI markets, especially when you compare the US versus China led labs, right? If we actually look at the competitive benchmarks here, and if you compare DeepSeek R2 versus GPT-4o versus Claude 3, right? You can see them on a chart right here. And if the leaks are true, this is what it would look like in terms of parameters. It's just silly, right? And I can't see that being the case, especially because if you look at the history of DeepSeek AI and where it came out from, it's the acceleration of that would be insane, right? So, for example, they were only founded in like 2022, and then 2023 they released DeepSeek version 3, February, and then all of a sudden we jump to that and the parameters versus some of the best models in the world. Doesn't really make sense. What I will say is that in the future, obviously DeepSeek R2 is going to be coming out soon, and DeepSeek R4 and DeepSeek version 4 will probably come out as well because we've already seen DeepSeek v3.1. So thanks so much for watching. If you want to get access to a community of people focused on making money and saving time with AI, feel free to get the AI Profit Boardroom. This community is updated pretty much every single day with new SOP systems, templates, workflows, etc. You can see just for April alone, look at how many different systems we've added for Deepseek, Gemini, Lindy, Ruko, GenSpark, etc. All the latest tools, models, SOPs, and workflows are directly inside the AI Profit Boardroom. And inside the community as well, you can ask any questions you have. If you ever get stuck, etc., you can see all the updates that we dropped this week alone. There's many more coming. We pretty much update it every single day. So feel free to get that link in the comments description. And if you want to get a free one-to-one SEO strategy session that shows you how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 visitors a month and generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales on autopilot, feel free to get that. We will give you a custom tailored game plan on the call based on what's working for our happy clients, like you can see right here, on how to get more free leads, more free traffic, more free customers directly from Google to boost your profit margins and to help you rank inside AI search engines as well. Feel free to get that link in the comments description. Appreciate you watching. Bye-bye.